Recently, the Times and the Complete University Guide released their 2023 university rankings for the UK. Now, every single year, I always react to these rankings because I have a history of doing it. I know about the UK unis, I know what's good, I know what's bad. And it's always interesting to see what universities are progressing forward. You often find that the top 3 spots are occupied by the same unis every single year, and then the next 20 spaces, it's always a bit of a scrap to see who's going to make it to the top 25 unis really. And yeah, league tables are always going to be controversial. I mean, I've had comments in the past telling me that I shouldn't react to them because they're bribed, people bribe these. I haven't seen any proof of that, but moral of the story is do some more research and more looking into the unis. So a bit about me. So I studied economics and finance for 3 years. I did 2 years at York University, 1 in Sydney. In the middle, I replaced my second year with a study abroad year. And then I went on to do a master's in professional acting. And now I make a lot of content for like people that are in their 20s, like living life. So definitely subscribe down below. If you're new around here, leave a like. When I was student vlogs, I made these phone wallets. And basically these phone wallets, I think if you're at university or you're going to university, are one of the best things you can have because you can put your ID, the tickets you have inside of this phone wallet. And then when you go out clubbing or you're going places, you don't have to worry about taking a wallet or a purse or a bag. It's actually one of the most useful things I've ever made, I've ever used. They're £1 each. I don't do it for the money, I do it because they're genuinely useful. So they'll be linked down in the description below. If you want to support the channel and get something useful, please grab one. It is now time to take a look at the Complete University Guide league tables, followed by the Times. I should also probably say that I've actually been to so many unis visiting friends, doing my university review series in my time, that I have a lot of experiences at different unis. So I'm going to compare my experiences to the rankings and to what my friends have said about the unis that they go to and see if these rankings are actually nonsense or to see if they're actually legit, basically. So for a bit of a comparison, last year the league tables went from the Complete University Guide. Oxford first, Cambridge second, LSE third, St Andrews, Durham, Imperial, Loughborough, UCL, Bath, Warwick, Lancaster, and then Exeter, and then it was a bit of a scrap, right? It was a big scrap. By scrap, basically what I mean is that it could have been anyone that came out on top. Like all of the Russell Group unis are in it, there's no clear winner and who's going to be in the top 10 and who's going to be top 15 or top 20. It always seems to change a lot. Now, really quickly before we jump into the top unis in the UK, how are these tables made up? So the Complete University Guide basically gets data on the entry standards, research quality, intensity, the services, academic services spend, how many staff to students there are, degree completion, and all factors like that that would arguably make up a good university. They get data on that and then they compile a list and rank the universities accordingly. So for example, right now, without revealing the unis, the top 4 unis have all got degree completion rates above 96%. If you scroll down to the bottom half of the table, you got degree completion rates of 62% here, which might be the lowest. So almost 40% of people drop out. The lowest ranked uni has 26.2 students per 1 staff member, which arguably isn't ideal because the more staff, the more support you get. Let's jump into taking a look at some of these unis and seeing what ranks where for 2023. Right now we got 2023 up, guys. If we're looking at the top unis again, it's going to be Cambridge, Oxford and St Andrews in top 3, I reckon. Quite possibly that order, with Cambridge coming in for a 1-2 with Oxford as they normally do. So let's scroll down and see who is the best university in the UK for 2023 according to the Complete University Guide, and it is Oxford. Coming in at number 1, University of Oxford, 100% overall score. Number 2 is probably going to be Cambridge. University of Cambridge coming in at number 2 with a 1% behind. Now these two are often for overall score way above the rest. We're coming at 196, 87, 88. That's not a surprise. Every year these two are the big dogs. Entry standards for Cambridge are 99%. Oh, so number 3, it's going to be St Andrews, surely. Oh my goodness. Of course, London School of Economics and Political Science. I forgot about them. Insanely good. I made a review of them on my channel and I remember chatting to this guy and he was like, yo, this course is insanely hard. And I looked at him and I thought, you know what, I believe you. Are they close to challenging Cambridge and Oxford? It seems like it. They got better graduate prospects apparently, the same research quality, lower entry standards and lower overall score. Basically, Oxford and Cambridge, you can see right here, they don't take part in the student satisfaction survey, and I get why, because basically only the people that are really loving the uni or the people that really hate the uni are going to take part in this survey. So it's never really accurate because you can't force people to take it. So they abstain, I believe. I believe that's why. Coming in at number 4, we have St Andrews, and number 5, Imperial College London. And that caps off our top 5 unis for 2023. No surprises except St Andrews having 100% entry standards and supposedly being harder to get into than Cambridge and Oxford. Why is St Andrews so hard to get into? I thought there was some sort of aura that when you step into the Cambridge Business School, when I went there, it was like, oh snap, like basically it was a really nice atmosphere and it really was a kind of inspiring atmosphere to be in. It was a nice building as well. So Cambridge campus, Pretty nice. Coming in at number 6, we have Durham, expected. Number 7, Loughborough. Bath at 8, up 2 places. And then UCL has gone down to 9th. Again, I'm quite surprised at that. University of Warwick also down 1 place. Now, Bath has got a lovely track. Durham's got a collegiate system. I like that. I recently visited UCL campus, and it gave me very similar London vibes to Imperial and LSE. Now the question is, what's going to happen now? I think now it really starts to become a scrap. Like, where's York going to be? I went to York. Edinburgh, I really rate Edinburgh. Lancaster at 11, Edinburgh at 12, 13 Southampton, 14 Birmingham, up 5 places. Birmingham has done an absolute job on quite a few of them unis. Same for Leeds at 16th, it's up 4 places. Manchester, huge student population, has fallen down to 17th, down 4 places. University of Surrey up 17 places. They are on some sort of transformation, it seems. I mean, to jump 17 places, that is a bit suspicious. It's quite a big leap, especially for in 1 year. Fantastic if you go Surrey. You're going to get more respect now, I guess. Exeter at 19. I love Exeter Uni. I think the surroundings are perfect. I think the campus is nice. York coming in at 20th, down 2 places. Although, why is Exeter down 6 places? That's not ideal, is it really? If I didn't go to York, I think I would love to go to Exeter. And coming at 21st, University of Liverpool. King's College down to 22nd. That is surprising. Glasgow down 7 places as well. 97% entry standards for a 23rd rated uni. It's almost higher entry standards than, well, it's higher than Oxford. How is University of Glasgow harder to get into than Oxford? It makes no sense to me. Belfast, which is currently clearing up 10 places, the best uni in Ireland. Met a scout recently from the Lying State, and he said he came over from Queen's Belfast. He was 3rd year. He said he likes it. University of Nottingham, 25th. I mean, it's kind of unrivaled though, isn't it, for nightlife. University of Leicester, my housemate went there, is pumping up 11 places. What good to see Leicester getting up there. I always thought after they won the Prem that basically they would smash out everything uni related, everything like local development wise. Sheffield down to 28th now. I think for me that's a bit of a shame as well, because I actually really like Sheffield. Like, I've been there several times. Harper Adams University is coming in at 29th. I don't really know that. University of Strathclyde. Again, these are top 35 unis that are relatively unknown. Heriot Watts, again, a tiny uni that is making it up to the top spots. And one thing you might notice with this sort of ranking, Russell groups used to mean that they've got higher research quality or they're research-led unis. Now, if you take a look at the rankings, like for example Loughborough, which is in 7th, I believe that is not a Russell Group uni, so it doesn't carry the same ranking correlation as it used to. You get me? So we're going to bash through a few of these and call out some notable unis. Essex down 12 places to 39. Swansea down 13 to 42nd. I went to visit Swansea. Not a bad place. I made a video on that as well. I like being by the beach. They had some new campus there, which was pretty cool. Keele University, that was my second choice if I didn't get York. I like that place, but again, subjective. Nottingham Trent down to 56th. Norwich University of the Arts up 30 places with a overall score of 61%. Okay, and then we're kind of moving into the universities that are generally partner unis of places. So like you got York St John, you got Sheffield, you got Sheffield Hallam unis, you got Manchester, you got Manchester Metropolitan. So these are kind of like the secondary unis in towns like that basically, and they often sit mid-table. So we can see here they're all sitting about 70th, 80th, so on. Brunel coming in at 81st. That's quite a popular uni. Same for Brighton. I would have thought they'd be a lot higher. Greenwich, 83rd, lovely campus directly across from where we live. But now let us take a look at the bottom ranked unis in the UK. We have Ravensbourne University London down 1 place to last place. We got Leeds Trinity down to 128th. University of East London, which is actually directly up the road from us. I drive past University of East London all the time whenever I go to the gym. So it's interesting to see it ranked that low. And I feel like, again, the graduate prospects here, but when they're half as good, you kind of expect that if the university is really low down on the league tables. University is not about what ranked uni you go to, it's about what you make of uni. So you could go to the worst uni in the world and you could still get a great grad job if you work hard and you get a good degree, because, you know, the more work you put in, the better rewarded you're going to be when you leave. It's not as simple as, I go to a good uni, I put in no work and I do sick afterwards. No, you have to put in work. Maybe the difference with the graduate prospects is their alumni network's a bit better if you go to a top uni. Maybe you're more respected by an employer if you got a degree from Cambridge versus York versus Bedfordshire, for example. But at the end of the day, I mean, if I was hiring somebody, right, I would choose the best person for the job. Obviously, you want to go to a uni that is probably higher ranked than, you know, low ranked. But it doesn't matter whatever uni you go to. So now we know the complete university guide, let's get a bit of a comparison. Now I actually had to pay to get the Times university rankings. So hopefully this is quite good, because if not, what am I paying for? Now the Times, the Sunday Times, they have their own ranking system called the Good University Guide. So we're going from the Complete University Guide to the Good University Guide. It seems a bit suspicious to me. I think I would trust the Complete University Guide more than the Good. So again, how do they basically rank these? The same metrics as before: prospects, first and 2-1s, completion rates, staff to student ratios. Okay, so right now we're on the Good University Guide 2023. So let's take a look at what the Times have to say. Their University of the Year is Bath, fair enough, whatever. Let's move down to the University League Tables 2023, overall ranking. So we're gonna go straight into this. I'm imagining it's gonna be similar: Oxford, Cambridge. Oxford, St Andrews, Cambridge, LSE, interesting. So they've put St Andrews as second best uni in the UK. They actually had it as first in 2022, which seems against the majority of people's perceptions. 5th Imperial, 6th Durham, 7th UCL, 8th Bath, 9th Warwick, and 10th Edinburgh. I'm wondering what makes St Andrews better than Cambridge right now, because apparently Cambridge has higher entry standards, better research quality, better prospects, better first to 2-1 ratio, higher completion rate, and a better staff to student ratio. But somehow Cambridge, according to this ranking, is below St Andrews. Maybe it's the fact that there's no answers to these surveys. But again, there's no real surprises in this top 10. Maybe Edinburgh's done a lot better here, same for UCL. Again, it's all subjective. I like seeing the ratio of completion for firsts and 2-1s, because although every university has a different standard for getting a first and a 2-1 because the content's different levels of difficulty, it's still interesting to see. So 40% of people at University of Buckinghamshire get a 2-2 or below, but most people at Oxford get a first or 2-1. The lowest research quality is coming in at 6. I thought it was a joke. Leeds Art University research quality is 6%. Surely that can't be right. Why is Buckinghamshire there, bro? I don't care. I mean, research quality at Imperial, 74%, Oxford, 67%. And the best graduate prospects here, according to this guide, is Imperial College London. University of York comes in at rank 17, up 2 places from last year. But basically, I think overall there's a lot of similarities between the rankings between the Complete University Guide and the Times. I actually prefer the Complete University Guide, but let's take a look and filter by subject league tables, right? So let's choose, for example, economics. Since I did economics, I'm always interested to see where economics lies. I mean, York's meant to be quite good for econ. Obviously, London School of Economics, you'd expect that to be first, then Cambridge, Oxford, for example. Cambridge apparently the best for econ, Oxford second best, London School of Economics third best, as expected. Warwick's good for econ, Durham's good. Where's York then? Because that's where my degree's from. Hopefully not too low. God, it gets worse. 23rd. So York's down 1 place to 23rd for econ this year. Overall score of 81%. I probably should have taken that survey to boost it up the rankings, to be honest. No, but yeah, York was fantastic. Bristol's doing quite nicely for econ. Let's choose another subject. Let's choose, close my eyes, scroll, veterinary medicine. Surely Royal Holloway's going to be top here. Cambridge top again, Edinburgh, Surrey, Liverpool, Bristol, Nottingham, Glasgow, Royal Veterinary College. That's what I meant. And I mean, if you love reading, you'll probably love to study English. Oxford, that is expected. Oxford's known for being really good at English. Cambridge second, Durham third. Durham does quite well in these rankings, I can't lie. York is 6th for English. UCL is best for American Studies, and then Sussex is second best. Leicester's third best for American Studies. Could you believe it? Birmingham 4th. University of Hull, 5th best in the UK for American Studies. What's the most random one here? Let's go tourism, transport, travel and heritage studies. What's going to be best here? University of Surrey is up. University of Edge Hill University up 29 places to 2nd place for travel, tourism, transport. I mean, does Oxford or Cambridge offer this sort of degree? But good to see some of these unis pumping up 29 places, man. Good to see it, love to see it. So there you have it, guys. There's my reaction to the 2023 league tables for the UK. I think there's no major surprises in there. 1 or 2 hiccups, but again, every year at the moment, it seems to me, it's like the Prem. There's 5 big players in there. They stay the same. And then the mid-table's kind of just like, who knows what's going to happen. But it's very interesting to see the league tables every year in case there is a surprise. And as I said earlier on, league tables are not everything, but they are a great thing to look at when you're deciding to go uni. Let me know if you want to see me react to any more, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thank you. Oh, and guys, get a phone wallet. I need to sell them. I need space in my drawers.
All up in my head, that's how I behave. Passing up the same, waking up the same. All up in my head. that's just how I behave. How I behave.